As always, flowing from the survival scrolls, I am your gracious host, Mr. Bobby Shades, and this is Bridging Fears. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you, if you knew then what you know now, who would you be? Let's go. So family, if you knew then what you know now, who would you be? You're 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. Hell, you're 70 years old watching my channel. By the way, thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. It has a whole host of informative, aggressive, mind-boggling conversations. Anyway, family, yes, please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the algorithm. It really helps this information to get out there. And for those that want to see something different with some music in the background to create ambiance, you know, it's a good thing. So, anyway, family, let's get to the topic at hand. If you knew then what you know now, if you knew then what you know now, you are who you are today. Okay, you made choices in your life. Maybe there were certain things that took place because of default. Okay. You have the chance to do it all over again. Hell, you got a chance to do it over now. But let's just say we can do a Back to the Future type of Michael J. Fox moment for all my Back to the Future heads, old heads. You have the opportunity to go back in time. What would you change? What would you do? Who would you be? What would you give up? What wouldn't you give up? You know, I used to say, people would ask me, Bobby, you're still in, singing, entertainment and stuff? And be like, life took over. That was a poor ass excuse. That was a piss poor ass excuse. Okay? I'm not saying that the responsibilities of being an adult can sometimes be tantamonious. There are many people who give up their dreams, or they allow for their dreams to escape them, that it's hard to get back. But it's not just only dreams. It's goals. It's thoughts, beliefs. Here you are who you are. Now there are some people on this planet that have set out to do what they wanted to do from yay young, and they've done it. And God bless them. Somebody says, yeah, I wanted to be a cop. They did it. Somebody says, I wanted to be in entertainment. They did it. Someone says, Kanye West said he wanted to be in entertainment young. The song Through the Fire, the old remix that he did in a rap version, the Chaka Khan, through the fire, to the limit, through the Lord, that one. He was told not to put that out. Rockefeller Records said, nah, don't put that out. Just leave it alone. He took his own money. I think it was $30,000. He had just gotten into a horrible motorcycle accident. And, whoa. Really? And, what am I listening to? And he had done it. He had done it. He had gone out and he said, you know what, I'm gonna put this out. And it was that's what put him on the map. That's what made Kanye who he is today. So there are some people on this planet that are able to set out their goal and do it. But many of us go in directions that here it is X years later, you're like, huh, I should have done this, I should have done that. I should have went to college. I should have went to certificate school, or I should have done this, I should have done that. So, or even the people that you associated yourself with. For anyone who has children, don't put down with children, because that's God's greatest gift. So, children came from a relationship. God bless all that. And if that person that you had chosen, or had chosen you, was the given choice person for that experience in your life, well, God bless them too. Because without those children, you wouldn't, they wouldn't be there. I'm sorry, without that person, your children would not be there. So, no knock on anyone who is looking at their partner like, huh, bad decision. Or a job, I made a bad decision, you know. Or listening to a friend, hey, you should do this. Anyone who's ever been in crime, never got caught up in crime because he listened to someone. I remember one time watching, it was Caruth. That was his name, Caruth. He was a football player. Got involved with some girl, didn't want her, she had a baby, didn't want the baby. So he had 2 or 3 guys, you know, set her up to shoot her. She died. And the child is today severely autistic, you know, from lack of oxygen and what have you. And I remember one of the gentlemen, one of the shooters on the stand, they said to him and said, you know, can you point out the person that set you up? And he looked at it, he goes, it's that bitch over there, that bitch. He says, I don't even know why I listened to him. And you could see the pain in his eyes, his tone, like, wow, I actually listened to this fool. Ray Caruth, that was his name. Ray Caruth was an up-and-coming football player, by the way. Up-and-coming. Up-and-coming. And then he had the balls and the nerve to turn around and deny the child, said the child wasn't his. Let me tell you something. If you could talk about a twin, that child was a twin and a half. Grandmother took custody of the child after her daughter was senselessly murdered because he didn't want to have a baby with her. Ray Caruth. But anyway, one of the shooters, you could see that his choice was like, damn, all this for what? And you could see it. Yeah, he called them what he called them and he was upset, but I think he was more upset with, you know, like, wow, you know, I did this dumb thing. For what? For a couple $100 or maybe $1,000 or $10,000? Took a life. Took a young, beautiful, expiring woman. So if you knew then what you know now, family, that is today's topic. Who would you be today? What would you be doing? What would be different in your life? I know I'm gonna have some people gonna be like, what would you be doing, Bobby? Where would you be at today? You know, when I come across somebody who's in their 20s or even 30s, I say to them, and they do something silly that they may say, oh, you must think I'm immature or whatever. I'm like, no. You're supposed to be doing what you're supposed to be doing at that moment, at that age. You're supposed to be doing those things. So I'm of the philosophy that everybody has an outlined destiny in place. For those that believe in religion, you know, given that we are autonomous, we are given autonomy to make decisions for ourselves and think for ourselves and whatever, that God says, hey, for those, again, that believe in religion, hey, do what you do. But at the same time, I personally, look at this fool. Look at this fool. This dude just blew through the lights. He's got some busted up front end. Nice car, though. And he's just zipping through like a punk. Like a stupid ass punk. Zipping through traffic like it's nobody's business. Ugh. No care in the world. You need to get to where you need to get to, cool. But I mean, just zipping through. Don't know if I'm gonna move out. Don't know if he's gonna hit somebody. Doesn't know anything. Just free flowing. I'm just gonna go do this because I can. Anyways, family. Look at this guy. He's gonna try to get around me. Look at him. Can't do it. I truly believe that where you end up, unless one of the angels or someone from heaven or what have you, or in the universe can say, no, you were supposed to go this way, you chose that way. Arguments can be made by that. But I personally feel that your destiny was supposed to be where you're at. And there are measures that you take from that to say, okay, I'm going to go there. You know, they say, you know, the only way to live is to die, to sometimes even kill yourself or go through the storm of death for rebirth. I believe in that. I believe that there need be that moment, that time of I gotta go through this because I gotta go through this. So I don't knock anyone. It's the same thing, when someone is in a situation and they don't know how to get out of it, or situations are holding them back or whatever, and you're probably tired of hearing me lament and complain. But no. When your time is right, your time is right. When that time is that says go, then it's time to go. Famous line. You guys hear it in the morning with me. I'll say what I say, my opening spiel, and I go, let's go. That comes from one of the victims of the 9/11 flights. It was one of the passengers, and they were figuring out, like, how are we going to do this? How are we going to, we gotta get, we gotta get this plane down. And they were going to sacrifice themselves because they knew there was no turning back. And one of the men called up his family member. He's able to get in touch with him and said, I just want to say I love you, this, that, and the third. And then his last line was, let's go. Or some derivative of let's go or time to go. Or let's move or something. But I got that technically from that. Let's go. So when your time is your time, then you'll know. Let's go. So don't knock yourself. Don't let anybody try to knock you off of whatever it is that you have to do. Because now you see certain things and you're like, I gotta change that. Measure what is best for you, because this is your only life. People will guide you, and they will guide you, and they will help you, and they will heal you along your road and along the process of your growth, changes, moves, this, that, and the third, if they are true to you. But don't let them, unless you are in some really crazy ass situation where an intervention need be had, and they need to literally pick you up and get you out. That happened personally in my own life. I had to go help somebody and fly down to go help that person because they were stuck. And they were stuck out of fear. And it was valid fear. It was absolutely valid fear. And I gotta blow through this light. And I did it. Hello. It was valid fear. Because they didn't know if they were probably gonna see the next day. And I had to fly down with another individual and intervene and help that individual. Unless you're in a situation like that, captive. If you knew then what you know now, who would you be, family? Anyway, that's all I have for you. I want to give thanks and praise that we are 6 feet above ground and not below, and that those in our inner circle are in the same vein. Whatever you do today, family, if silence is your driving force for today, make it loud and proud. Oxymoron, like eyes wide shut. And once again, guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Sign up and say, hey, let me sign up and subscribe to this dude's channel. Let's see what's going on. I'm not even asking for any kind of Patreon because I'm not at that level, and where there will be other content, please like, share, and subscribe. It helps the algorithm. It helps the panel on the side of YouTube see that, there is traction. Let's put majority of his videos on the side so people can find it. Anyway, family, my motto, my creed, my steed, my belief: stay lovely, stay sexy, but most of all, family, stay safe. I am your gracious host, Mr. Bobby Shades, and this is Bridging Fears. Be careful out there, family. It's hot. We'll talk soon.